There's something about this connection that seems a little bit off to you. There's something hidden underneath the surface that you're not being told about. You always thought this was the love that was written in the stars, but today you're starting to see things that you never saw before. So what we're going to do is take a look at what's really going on between you two. But first, let me say that you should only take what resonates with you in this reading. Not every word will be about your situation, and not every detail will match your story, but the energy in the reading will not lie. So I pulled the cards for this reading, and today we're going to take a look at what's really going on between you. And I pulled 5 cards. One is for their energy, one is for your energy, one is about what's hidden, and one is about what's really going on. And the last one will be guidance. So the first card that I pulled is the Knight of Swords. Let me turn that around for you to see. It's the Knight of Swords. And just get a feeling for this. It looks like someone has come in very quickly. He's riding on the horse. He's got his sword up in the air, and it looks like he's going pretty fast. There's a lot of mental energy here. They may communicate suddenly, and they may come on strong, and then they'll shift just as fast. You know, it can feel a little inconsistent, like things moving quickly, but they're not always with the emotional depth behind it that you would like. And so now we're going to look at your energy, which is Justice reversed. And this tells me that on your side, something just doesn't feel right. And it's like you're trying to make some sense of this connection. You're trying to understand what's true in it. And with the card of Justice, obviously you want to know what's fair. But something's not truly adding up here. There's a feeling of imbalance. So we already have this contrast. We've got one person moving quickly, possibly reacting, and the other trying to understand and find clarity. So you can see we're kind of moving in the opposite direction with these two. So now we'll look at the third card, which is telling us what's hidden. And what we have is the Three of Swords reversed. And this even goes deeper. You can see the Three of Swords is kind of a scary looking card. It's got the heart with the 3 swords piercing on each side and in the middle, which is saying that there's pain here. You know, there hasn't fully been dealt with. This could be past heartbreak, emotional wounds, or something that they're still carrying that hasn't been healed within them. And it feels like this just isn't being expressed. So on the surface, things may look or feel a certain way. But underneath, there's still hurt that hasn't been fully processed. So this is what this card is pointing to, is the hurt that's underneath that is still there and hasn't moved away from most likely a past love. And now when we look at what's really going on, the core truth, we have the Nine of Swords. This is a very strong card, as you can see just by looking at it. You have a lady, she's in her bed, and looks like she's crying. She has her head in her hands, looking very distressed. Above her are the 9 swords. They're not coming down on her. They're pointed to the side. It almost looks like a ladder. Maybe she could climb out of what she's in and use the swords as a ladder. Don't know about that. But when we look at this, at the center of this connection, there's anxiety, overthinking, possibly even fear. Someone here is very much in their head, and it's affecting how this connection is unfolding. So what's really going on isn't just about what's being said or done, it's what's happening internally. It's got unhealed emotions, worry, there's some mental stress, and that's influencing everything else. And so now we'll go into the fifth and last card, which is the guidance. And we have the Two of Wands reversed here. So that's the third reversed card. This tells me that there's a need to stop staying in that place of uncertainty. You know, there may be some hesitation here. It looks like he's waiting, wondering, holding back from making a clear decision. He's got the world in his hands, looking out over the countryside, but he's just not sure where to go. He doesn't know which direction. So at some point, there needs to be clarity and direction. This energy cannot stay here stuck forever. Somebody has to make a decision and decide how they're going to move forward. So overall, what's really going on between you is deeper than it may appear on the surface. This connection is being influenced by unhealed pain. There's a lot of imbalance and a lot of mental stress or overthinking. And until all of that is acknowledged, things may continue to feel kind of confusing or out of control. So this is really a moment of awareness for you, seeing things for what they really are and not just what you're hoping that they could be. And from there, deciding what direction is truly right for you. So hopefully I was a little bit of help for you today, and I'm glad that you stopped your scrolling to listen to my reading. And if you do find that it was anything that you feel, if you could go ahead and put it in the comments, that that's me. And, if you want to, go ahead and let me know what it is that you felt. In the meantime, I look forward to doing another reading, and hopefully you will be here. And if you could, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe below. Thank you.